some quick points off of them.
When Mount Vernon has the basketball, they have been settling into a groove with their three-point shooting. They had 13 in a 78-49 win over Ferndale on Tuesday night. It would also seem, though, with Mark Hendrickson having 3 inches and much quicker than Thompson Spink, that the Bulldogs might go with a little bit of isolation there and try and get a one-on-one situation.
Well, Mount Vernon's been real good so far this season of taking advantage of what the other team is giving them. And anytime somebody goes into a man-to-man, Mount Vernon spreads it out, and that gives Hendrickson a chance to work on whoever's guarding him, and I'm sure they'll do that against Sehome. But on the other hand, if Sehome is going to pack it inside, and give Mount Vernon the three-pointers, they're going to take those. I remember early in the season we were kind of commenting that Mount Vernon's three-point shooters, that their shooting wasn't quite on a par as to what we had seen it last year, but I think they've conditioned themselves into that now, and they are shooting the three-pointers much better.
And that three-point facility is really going to make it tough for the Sehome Mariners defensively. When we come back after this timeout, we'll take a look at tonight's starting lineups, but first let's pause for this 2-minute break.
It's Anderson TV and Appliances Whirlpool 80th birthday.
And as we were talking during the break, well, there's only about 2,300 people here at Mount Vernon High School tonight, and that's a great crowd for any school in the area but one. Mount Vernon, which has had capacity standing room only crowds twice in this month alone. And as Alan pointed out, the reason why some Bulldog fans and Mariner fans aren't here is there's a great girls basketball game up north at Sehome High School, as the undefeated 5th-ranked Sehome Mariners taking on the number 2 team in the Northwest League, Mount Vernon Bulldogs. The last time those two teams played, it was a triple overtime thriller with the Mariners prevailing right here at Mount Vernon High School. So a lot of good high school basketball fans are up north watching the Mount Vernon girls take on the Sehome girls, and that is a good reminder. Let's scan the other basketball games in the area. First on the boys' side, other contests in the Northwest League, Burlington Edison at Stanwood, Cedar Woolley at Bellingham, Arlington at Anacortes. Northwest B boys, Concrete at LaConner. In AA girls basketball, Mount Vernon is at Sehome, as I mentioned, Stanwood at Burlington Edison, Bellingham at Cedar Woolley, and Anacortes at Arlington. Earlier this afternoon, Sehome and Anacortes went at it in a prep swimming meet, and an A-League meet in prep wrestling at Sultan High School. And let's tune in as the Mount Vernon PA announcer introduces tonight's starting lineup.
Number 34, Matt Werner. At 1 senior. Number 20, Mike Dingle. At the other forward, a 16 senior. Number 40, Derek Weiber. At his corner, a 6'6" senior. Number 50, Thompson Spink. The group of the Mariners is at 2.
About 2,300 people. Our officials tonight, Mr. Stu Gorski and Mr. Mike Gubrud, reviewing tonight's starting quintets for both teams. First for the Sehome Mariners, dressed in their road green, dark green with white and gold trim. Mike Salo and Phil Friedman in backcourt. Thompson Spink, a 6'6" senior in the middle. At the forwards, Matt Werner and Derek Reber. For the Mount Vernon Bulldogs in backcourt, David Garcia and Ryan Keys in the middle. 6'9" Mark Hendrickson. In the corners, Troy Holmes and Bill Cornelius. Our referee tonight is Mr. Mike Gugrud. Mike has checked with both captains, and he's ready to step into the circle and toss up the jump ball to get this thing underway. Up goes the basketball, tipped twice by Spink. A scramble for it, touched last by the Bulldogs. Should be Sehome basketball. Let's see how they rule it. Yes, Mariner basketball. And bringing it, inbounding it to get it started is Mike Salo, who played a lot of basketball for the Mariners last year. Phil Friedman hands it off to Salo. And the 6'2" senior walks it across the timeline, now drives hard to the hoop. Nice dish down low, and Derek Reber lays it up and in. Good recognition by Salo, and the Mariners on top 2-0. Troy Holmes has it between the circles, goes to David Garcia. The Sehome Mariners in a man-to-man defense. On the right wing is Ryan Keys, down low to Troy Holmes. Double teamed on the baseline, puts up a short shot and in. Tied at 2. Troy Holmes got the ball in the low blocks and put it up and in, deadlocked at 2. 7:15 to go first quarter. Both teams scoring on their first possession. A little trap action by the Bulldogs just across the midcourt stripe. Phil Friedman with the basketball being hounded by Garcia. They go the right side to Reiber. Reiber back on top. Spink, three-pointer right side, off the back bracket, no good. Cornelius skies for the rebound. Outlet to Holmes. Chest pass up the floor to Garcia. Across the midcourt line, spin move. Tries to shake his defender. Low blocks to Hendrickson and a grab foul, I believe, on Phil Friedman. Let's see who Mike Gugrud tags for the foul. Yes, it's on 14, Friedman, as he slipped down to help on the double team in the low blocks and is called for holding.
Well, right now, Sehome was doing a real good job of playing defense against Mount Vernon man-to-man. There's not too many teams that can match up well against them, but Sehome is doing it right now.
Three-pointer, Ryan Keys. Popcorn's out, no good. Mariners 3-on-2 break. The drive to the hoop. The shot is short. Scramble for the rebound. Good offensive care, and the shot missed. Two Mariners fighting for the basketball. The follow again, no good. Finally, the Bulldogs get the rebound. Matt Werner had 3 shots, missed them all. Bulldog basketball and a grab foul called on Friedman. And Friedman with 2 fouls in the first minute 26. And the Mariners, who don't have a lot of depth, are in trouble there in backcourt in the early going.
Yeah, I think that's what got them in trouble over in Anacortes. They had some of their key players, get into trouble or get tired and were out of the ball game, and Anacortes really put it to them. So it'll be interesting to see how they handle this now.
Donnie Keltz checks in for the Bulldogs as, let's see who he replaced. Looks like Troy Holmes is checked out. David Garcia goes cross court to Bill Cornelius. Bounce pass to Keltz in the left corner. Keltz looking inside for Hendrickson, goes to Ryan Keys, back to Hendrickson, high post, backs it out near the three-point arc. Cornelius spots up, three-pointer, bingo! Bill Cornelius nails the three-pointer, and Mount Vernon on top 5-2. Mariners back the other way. Salo, a good drive to the hoop and scores. Mike Salo with the basket and an assist, 5-4 Mount Vernon. Ryan Keys, a good baseline drive, no good. Salo rips the rebound down, and now he'll walk it up the floor. Salo, a 6'2 senior, really orchestrating things for the Mariners so far. Salo goes to Friedman. On the right side to Reber. To Salo. Looks down low to Spink, who's double teamed. Garcia strips it away, and a reach in and a hold foul called on David Garcia.
Well, Mount Vernon's trying to keep the ball out of Spink's hand. Hendrickson is really working hard to front him and try and make him throw the ball over the top, which is pretty hard when Hendrickson is guarding him. And then they're collapsing the opposite guard down inside anytime the ball does come in there.
Mount Vernon leading 5-4, 5:36 to go. Spink, baseline jumper, he got it. Thompson Spink with a 17-footer from the baseline. Sehome on top by 1. Ryan Keys takes it all the way and lays it in. Ryan Keys, a great drive to the hoop. Bulldogs up 7-6. 5:15 to go first quarter. Salo across the midcourt line. Donnie Keltz on him. Bounce pass on the right side to Friedman. Head and shoulder fake, no opening. And a travel called on the Mariners, which nullifies a jump shot basket by Matt Werner. So Werner, a bit of a tough start, missed 3 shots on one of the earlier possessions and then had a basket nullified by a travel. Garcia being guarded by Friedman into front court. To Ryan Keys right side. Ryan back out on top to Cornelius. High post to Hendrickson, guarded by Spink. Hendrickson head and shoulder fake. Can't lose Spink. Back to Keltz. Beyond the three-point arc, a bounce pass kick by the Mariners. And as you mentioned, Sehome, very good man-to-man defense in the first 3 minutes of the ball game.
Yeah, they're playing very aggressive. They're trying to deny the pass. They're trying to make Mount Vernon beat them one-on-one.
Donnie Keltz to inbound, goes to Ryan Keys. He's got a gimme, misses. Hendrickson misses the follow. Ball touched last by the Bulldogs. Sehome basketball.
Well, Hendrickson made a mistake right there. He tried to tip the ball back in instead of grabbing it and shooting it.
So Mount Vernon with a 7-6 lead is Friedman working his way up across the midcourt line. High post pass to Reiber. Reiber goes on the right side to Friedman. Spots up, three-pointer. Now they call it a two-pointer as Friedman drains the two-pointer. Mariners up 8-7 as we come to the 4-minute mark here in the first quarter. Pass to Hendrickson. Kick back, and Garcia retrieves. Donnie Keltz has it, free throw line extended. Cross court to Ryan Keys. Good move to the hoop. Lays it up, no good. And a holding foul called on Matt Werner. Actually, the basket went in, but the foul was on the drive. So Ryan Keys, he's really beating Matt Werner consistently, and that's a matchup Mount Vernon looks like they're going to really try and exploit. Long inbounds pass to David Garcia. Goes to Cornelius. Nice pass to Keltz. Baseline drive. Shot partially blocked by Spink. Ball touched last by Keltz. Sehome basketball. Inbounding the ball, Mike Salo, a cocky 6'2 senior. Boy, he's really playing well. They've talked about the Mariners hurting for backcourt leadership. Salo supplied it so far. Pass on the baseline to Spink. A charge as David Garcia had him set up, and a turnover on the Mariners.
Well, that was a great job by Dave Garcia. I don't think Spinks ever even saw him. Spinks got the ball turned and went to the basket, and David, like I said, had dropped down from the opposite guard spot and was right in his way.
Halfway through the first quarter, Mariners lead the Bulldogs 8-7. Remember, friends, Sehome, the last team to beat Mount Vernon in the district championship game last year. Hendrickson double team, drives baseline. His pass stolen away by Reber. Outlet to Friedman. Up the floor to Werner on the left flank. Out on top to Friedman between the circles. And the Mariners will slow it down and work for a good shot. They go on the right wing. A pass in the middle to Salo, stripped out of his hands. Garcia sprint dribble, leads the Bulldog fast break. 12-footer on the way. Bounces, doesn't go. Cornelius is followed, doesn't go either. Salo the rebound. Sprint dribble out of backcourt. Has it poke checked away, retrieves, hands off to Phil Friedman. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go first quarter. Mariners up 8-7. Reber, his pass to Salo, who posts up against Keltz. Leaning shot, air ball, shot it over the rim. Hendrickson the rebound. Outlet to Garcia. David weaves up the floor. Spin move. Runs into the paint. Fall away. One-hander goes. Oh, boy. Great move by Garcia. A little bit out of control. Threw up a shot, and the prayer was answered. 9-8 Mount Vernon. Friedman. Double team. Gets it to Salo across the midcourt stripe. Werner's open left baseline and travels. Second time in the first quarter that Werner's been called for traveling. Mariners with a good game plan, and they're sticking right to the Bulldogs. Mount Vernon on top 9-8. 2:43 to go first quarter. Mount Vernon basketball. Troy Holmes checks back in. The five for the Bulldogs: Holmes, Garcia, Keys, Cornelius, and Hendrickson. For the Mariners, their same starting five. Garcia to Keys. As Cornelius posts up against Salo, he's got 3 inches. Weaves. Ball stripped away. Good defense by Salo. 3-on-2 Mariner break. Nice feed to Werner. His shot rolls off, and the Bulldogs the rebound. Garcia, 3-on-2. The give to Cornelius. A pass to Hendrickson. Stolen away by the Mariners, and Mount Vernon in too much of a hurry that time and forced it, threw it away. Mariners lead at 9-8, 2:10 to go first quarter. Mariners with the basketball. Friedman right side to Reber. High post to Salo. To Werner on the left flank. Back to Friedman. Spots up. Three-pointer. He got it. Phil Friedman nails a three-pointer. 5 for Friedman. The first quarter, the Mariners are up by 2. Garcia walks it across the timeline. 11-9 Sehome. The pass on the left wing to Cornelius as Keys posts up. Mark Hendrickson travels with the basketball, has it stolen away. Ryan Keys with the big steal for the Bulldogs. They have it underneath their own basket. Three-pointer, Garcia, bingo! David Garcia drains the three-pointer. Bulldogs up 12-11. The Mariners back the other way. Werner nails the two-pointer. Matt Werner finally avoided traveling and nails the jump shot. 13-12 Mariners. Hendrickson spots up, wheels past Spink, and goes for a tomahawk jam. Mark Hendrickson with a great baseline move, wheeled around on Spink, and then went with an authoritative two-handed stop.
Well, I think Spinks did the wrong thing there. He tried to go out after Mark Hendrickson, and Mark just made one little move and went right around him, and there was nobody there to pick him up and to help him out.
Also, not only did Hendrickson get two on the dunk, but a blocking foul called on one of the Mariners. So Hendrickson has a chance for a three-point play. 14-13 Mount Vernon. What's been a sensational first quarter.
Yeah, Mount Vernon once again, though, is taking advantage of what, Sehome is giving them. David Garcia has been the guy that's been open, and he's been taking care of business.
Hendrickson's free throw is perfect. Hendrickson with a three-point play. Mount Vernon up by 2 points. 1:10 to go. Little Bulldog pressure. The Mariners get it right up the floor. Reber, right corner to Spink. His long arcing shot, no good. Bulldogs the rebound. Ryan Keys, 3-on-2 Bulldog break. And Spink is Keys pushed from behind. I believe the foul on Salo. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, it is.
The Bulldogs will inbound the basketball. That's the 6th team foul on Sehome. Mount Vernon just one. Inbounds to Cornelius. Back to Holmes' baseline. And Holmes lost his handle on the basketball, tried to bat it to one of his teammates. And when he batted the ball, it hit behind the backboard on the Bulldog turnover. Mariner basketball, 55 seconds to go. Mount Vernon leading 15-13. Friedman, speed dribble into forecourt. Goes to Reber to Spink, baseline. Jump shot rolls off, no good. Good rebound by one of the Mariners. The shot by Salo rolls out, no good. But a nice rebound by Mike Salo. The 6'2 senior has the opportunity to deadlock the ball game with 44 seconds left in our first quarter.
Well, you mentioned that Sehome has 6 fouls and Mount Vernon only 1. Sehome's the one that's been trying to put on the pressure. And, a lot of times when you're in that kind of a situation, you do it for 2 reasons. One, to wake your team up. Maybe the coach from Sehome felt that his team had been a little sluggish lately, and that's why they'd had their problems. The other one is to try and cause problems for the other team. And they've done a bit of that with Mount Vernon, but they've also gotten themselves into a little bit of foul trouble.
Salo misses the first free throw as the Mount Vernon fans seated right behind the basket heckle him a little bit. His second shot popcorns out. Hendrickson rips the rebound down. He gives it to Ryan Keys. Ryan sprint dribble into forecourt, returns it to Hendrickson. Three-pointer, bingo! Mark Hendrickson with another three-point basket, and the Bulldogs lead it 18-13. Werner, a long three-point bomb. It swirls out. Good rebound by Spink. It swirls, comes out, no good. His second shot is up and good. Nice rebound basket by Thompson Spink, who has 4. Mount Vernon up by 3. Ryan Keys with the basketball, 10 seconds. 9, 8. Ryan drives down, puts it up. He's fouled, and it'll go against either Reber or Spink. We'll wait and see what the indication is. It's going to go against Thompson Spink, I believe, as the Mariners' depth will really be tested. That's the second foul on Spink, and Mount Vernon will be shooting 1-1 the entire second quarter.
Well, right now, Sehome is really applying the pressure on Mount Vernon. It'll be interesting to see how their conditioning holds up through 4 quarters of it. Mount Vernon has, in some games that we've seen, key games, their team strength has shown up in the 4th quarter, and I imagine it will here, too.
Ryan Keys converts the free throw. Mount Vernon leads at 19-15. Ryan's second shot, no good. Keltz the rebound. The follow is good. Johnny Keltz to the basket. 2 seconds. 1. Wires to steal. Does it count? No. Chad Wires stole the Mariners' inbound pass and laid it in, but the officials rightfully waved it off. We've completed 1 quarter at Mount Vernon. Our score, the Bulldogs 21, the Mariners 15. We'll pause for this timeout.
Matches headlined by Mercer and Holmes. Stop by TCI and sign up for just $19.95 through February 6th. On Friday the 7th, sign up is $24.95, so sign up today. TCI Cablevision on Lila Lane off Burlington Boulevard in Burlington.
Welcome back to Mount Vernon High School. Bulldogs lead at 21-15 after 1 quarter. Ryan Keys with the basketball. Lob down to Mark Hendrickson in the low blocks, being guarded by Spink. Mark backs it out beyond the three-point arc. Goes to Ryan Keys. Torrey Swanson is checked in for the Bulldogs. Pass on the left wing to Cornelius. Three-pointer. Bingo! Bill Cornelius drains the three-pointer. And the Bulldogs starting to heat it up from the perimeter. They've stretched it out to a 9-point lead. as Mike Salo checks in for A.J. Labrie. As the Bulldogs start nailing that three-point shot, it's going to be very tough for the Mariners. Bulldogs, some full-court pressure. Salo will walk it out of backcourt. 24-15 Mount Vernon. Salo stops in backcourt. Goes to Reber to Friedman. Friedman in the right corner to Spink. Down low, the shot no good. Cornelius with a carom. Stripped out of his hands. Hendrickson recovers. Gives to Torrey Swanson. Speed dribble into forecourt. Goes to Ryan Keys. Head and shoulder fake. Pull up 12-foot runner. No good. Hendrickson the follow. Bounces. Doesn't go. The rebound comes down to Reber. Hands off to Salo. Salo glides into forecourt. And the pass goes off the fingertips of Reiber, out of bounds. Bulldog basketball, 7:06 left here in the second quarter.
Well, Sehome's trying to keep that pressure up, but when they do that, there's always somebody open. And Mount Vernon is doing a real good job of moving the ball, finding the open man, and they're hitting the three-point shots.
Checking in is Matt Dickinson, a 5'11 sophomore guard for the Mariners. He'll try and slow down Ryan Keys. Torrey Swanson, entry pass to Cornelius. Little turnaround jump, no good. Spink with an authoritative rebound. Outlet pass to Friedman. Up the court to Salo. Salo, pull up, 15-footer on the way. Off the back bracket, no good. Holmes, a good rebound. Long up-court pass, stolen away by Dickinson. 1-on-3. Dickinson, pull up, 16-footer, swirls out, no good. Cornelius, the rebound. Outlet to Torrey Swanson. Swanson still with the basketball. Free throw line extended to Ryan Keys. Double team to the free throw line extended. Holmes tries to go baseline, loses his footing, slips and falls and travels with the basketball. Mariner basketball with 6:29 to go here in the second quarter. Sehome trailing it 24-15.
Now, Sehome's shooting has dropped off a little bit, too. They were hitting just about everything that they were putting up in that first quarter. They seem to have cooled off a little bit now.
Sehome gets the entry pass from Salo to Friedman. Friedman working it up under token Mount Vernon pressure. Salo up to Friedman. They break the press. A pass to Dickinson on the baseline, and the little guard knocks it down. Matt Dickinson with a jump shot from the left baseline. 24-17 Mount Vernon. Swanson directing traffic. Goes on the left wing to Cornelius. Being guarded by Salo. Ryan Keys posts up. Beautiful feed to Hendrickson. And he's hammered by Reber. And Mark Hendrickson, with 6 points tonight, steps to the stripe for 2.
You know, there's really quite a battle going on underneath between Mark Hendrickson and Thompson Spinks. Both of them are using their bodies. They're crowding each other. They're trying to front each other. And the referees so far have just been letting it go. It'll be interesting to see if they continue to just let them play ball underneath.
Spink with 2 fouls, so he's got to be careful, but of course he's got to keep Hendrickson under control or it won't make any difference. Mark with 6, looking for 7, a shot on the way and good.
Yeah, Mark right now I think is getting more help from his teammates than Thompson is, and that's why Mark has stayed out of foul trouble.
6:04 to go the second quarter. Mike Lane, Alan Williams, and Guy Ovenel with you. Hendrickson's second shot on the way, perfect. Hendrickson with 8 points in the ball game. Bulldogs up by 9, equaling their biggest lead. Full court Mount Vernon pressure. And one of the Bulldogs, Cornelius, stripped the ball loose and carried it out of bounds. Now I think the Bulldogs are going to try and blow this game wide open. They're going to press full court. Cornelius right on top of Salo here. He gets it in to Reber. Up the floor to Friedman. To Matt Dickinson, who nearly travels. Between the circles, hands off to Freeman. Man-to-man Mount Vernon defense. High post to Reber. Lob pass down low to Spink. His shot swirls out, no good. The rebound, Hendrickson. Up the floor to Swanson. Nearly double dribbles. Gets it across the midcourt stripe to Holmes. Holmes pulls up left flank. Looking, now in trouble. Lob pass to Cornelius. Bill returns it to Holmes. Free throw line extended. Power move down low. Go to Keys. Three-pointer. Off the iron. No good. The rebound by Reber. Up the floor to Salo. Salo to Friedman. Friedman right side to Reiber. Reiber to Spink between the circles. Salo has it. Lob pass to Spink, and he rolls it off. No good. Great pass by Salo. Ball just wouldn't fall. Holmes, dribble drive, pulls up, free throw line extended, returns it to Swanson to Cornelius left side. Hendrickson working against Spink, backs his way in. Head and shoulder fake, no place to go. Off balance, left-hander goes anyway. Mark Hendrickson, 4 in the quarter, 10 in the ball game. Biggest Bulldog lead of 11. Matt Dickinson sprint dribble into forecourt. Double team, long cross-court pass down low to Salo. His pass stolen away. Holmes with the theft, loses it out of bounds, and on the turnover, Mariner basketball.
You know, you talk about Sehome, they're trying to apply the pressure. But when you're constantly applying that defensive pressure, it sometimes tires you out just enough that those shots don't drop, and that seems to be what's happening to Sehome. They're hitting those shots in the first quarter. Now in the second, they're not going.
Sehome under some pressure by applying full court defensive pressure.
Well, you know, you talked about Mount Vernon had token pressure there early in the first quarter. In the second quarter, coaches know when teams start to get tired, and that's when they step up the tempo, and that's what Mount Vernon's done.
Sehome with the basketball. Friedman being hounded by Torrey Swanson. The ball on the right side to Salo, looking for a cutter. Salo has it, goes cross court to Friedman. Down low to Spink, who took a couple of extra strides. A late travel call, but it was a right one. Thompson saw one of his teammates cutting on the baseline, and he took a couple of extra steps. On the travel, Bulldog basketball, 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the second quarter. Mount Vernon 28, Sehome 17. Donnie Kelts, Swanson wide open and lays it in. Nice feed from Kelts. Swanson right there for the layup. Mount Vernon's biggest lead at 13. Warner, a power move to the hoop, runs over Hendrickson, no good. Cornelius, an awesome rebound. Up the court to Wires, power move to the hoop, and he lays it in. Chad Wires on the big feed from Cornelius, and the Bulldogs now lead it by 15. Full court Bulldog pressure. Werner pulls it up, free throw line extended, goes to Salo. Salo to Friedman. Mount Vernon on the verge of breaking it open, and a grab foul called on one of the Bulldogs.
Well, right now the Mount Vernon Bulldogs are playing very well. I think they've got their confidence. Sehome hasn't been hitting the hoops like they were early in the game, and Mount Vernon is taking full advantage of it. I think also one thing that needs to be said is that anytime the ball goes inside to Thompson Spinks, Mount Vernon has people sagging in and helping out. That's actually what caused him to travel. He saw the open man, but all of a sudden a defensive man slid in front of him. Sehome doesn't seem to have that help on Hendrickson.
Mount Vernon so far in the second quarter has outscored the Mariners 11-2. They led it 21-15 at the end of one period, but they've stretched it out to 15, their biggest lead of the ball game. Into Reber, double team, good Bulldog pressure, Cornelius right on him. They go to Salo, to Matt Dickinson between the circles, pass on the left side to Werner. Werner back to Salo, some bumping and pushing between Spink and Hendrickson called for a grab foul, and that's Hendrickson's first.
You know, I'll tell you what, it's pretty hard for me to sit up here and watch those two guys just kind of really elbow and push and bang each other, and then have an official call a foul on one of them. Seems kind of ridiculous.
Very tough. Spink follow-away shot, baseline air ball. Kelts the rebound. Outlet to Swanson. Swanson leading the Bulldog break. Pulls up, free throw line extended. Looking, returns it to Kelts. He soars to the hoop and lays it up, and it swirls out, no good, but a nice move by Donnie Kelts, who got a one-on-one situation and blew by his man to the basket. The shot just swirled out.
You know, I think it needs to be mentioned again, too, is that when Mount Vernon starts driving to the hoop, there doesn't seem to be any help there. The Sehome players are so intent on their man-to-man defense and coverage that they're not able to see the player, or they're not able to get to him and help out, whereas Mount Vernon seems to be able to do that.
Pat Fitterer, the Sehome coach, goes to his bench, giving Thompson Spink as well as a couple other starters a blow. Checking in, 6'4" sophomore, Josh Smith, and we'll give you the other subs. One of them just got the rebound, A.J. Labrie, as Kelts missed two. Mount Vernon up 32-17, 3:10 to go. Matt Dickinson sprint dribble into forecourt, sets up, three-pointer, Werner left elbow, no good. Cornelius the rebound. Outlet to Swanson. Swanson up to Kelts. Spots up for a three. Goes inside to Hendrickson. Stripped away from Mark. Swanson head and shoulder fake. Drives behind the back pass to Hendrickson for the two-handed jam.
Great pass by Torrey Swanson. Just a great pass.
And under a Bulldog double team, Mike Salo travels as the Bulldogs now lead it by 17, their biggest lead of the ball game, 34-17. Kelts to inbound. Long out to Swanson. To Chad Wires. Wires spotted up for the three, didn't take it. Torrey Swanson to Kelts. Three-pointer, bingo! Johnny Kelts a three-pointer, and Sehome wants timeout. We'll take timeout. 2:39 to go, second quarter. Our score, Mount Vernon 37, Sehome 17. We'll pause for this.
I get so much information from the Journal. Big picture.
Expect the best. Coldwell Banker. Some offices independently owned and operated.
Well, Mike, with the fourth quarter burst, the Sonics squashed the Hornets tonight, 122 to 105.
Thank you for that scoring update, Roxanne. The Sonics now 2-1 on their current 6-game road trip. And the road is not the right place for the Sehome Mariners as Matt Werner nails the three-pointer. But the Mariners still trail it 37-20 until that three-pointer. Mount Vernon had outscored Sehome here in the second quarter, 16-2. It's now 16-5. 37-20 Mount Vernon. 2:08 to go here in the first half. Chad Wires to Donnie Keltz. The Bulldogs trying to pull the Mariners out. Keltz swoops to the hoop. His layup attempt rolls off, and Keltz called for the reach-in foul on Josh Smith. So the Bulldogs with some impressive basketball here in the second quarter, Alan.
Yeah, they have. I think Keltz on that last shot tried to give it a little too much English. He was trying to maybe showboat a little too much and blew the lay-in. But Mount Vernon has been playing very well this second quarter.
Mark Hendrickson leading Mount Vernon with 12. Sehome quickly into forward court. Werner with the basketball. Pass to Salo, nearly stolen. Salo, a nice drive and drops in the 12-footer. Mike Salo with his second hoop of the ball game. He has 4, and the Mariners with a little run score 5 straight points. Hendrickson one-on-one against Spink. He's sandwiched. The ball knocked away, and near steal by the Bulldogs. Wires, great steal. Behind the back pass, and to Cornelius, who missed the jump shot. A push-off foul. Let's see who it's called on. Thompson Spink on the rebound. Ooh, that's a tough call against Spink, as Spink picks up his third foul with a minute and a half to go here in the second quarter.
Well, I think he got away with one on that Hendrickson drive because he banged him pretty good, and that's why Hendrickson lost the ball. They didn't make any call on that one, but they got him on the second one here.
So A.J. Labrie will check in for Thompson Spink here, and Spink has been neutralized by the Bulldogs so far. Thompson with 4 points, all in the first quarter, and now with 3 fouls, he'll have to sit out the rest of the first half. Hendrickson at the line, Mount Vernon up 37-22. Mark's first shot on the way and good.
Well, right now the Bulldogs are really getting into their rhythm. They're applying pressure. They're making Sehome make some turnovers, and they're shooting the ball real well.
Hendrickson with 13 points. Mark's second shot on the way, good. Hendrickson with 14 points. 8 here in the second quarter. Salo double team, and his pass is blocked by Donnie Keltz. So the Bulldogs double team has slowed the Mariner offense to a walk. Salo will inbound with a minute 25. Gets it into Labrie, who hands off to Phil Friedman, with Torrey Swanson hounding the 5'9 guard. They go to Werner on the left flank. Wires right in his face. Friedman between the circles. Goes on the right side to A.J. Labrie. Labrie to Salo. Salo to Werner, who's got a nice outside shot. Friedman spots up. Three-pointer off the bracket, no good. Scramble for the rebound. And Donnie Keltz comes down with it. Outlet to Torrey Swanson. Sprint dribble into forecourt. Goes up to Cornelius, right wing. Cornelius back to Swanson. Inside a minute to go in our first half. Back to Hendrickson near the midcourt line. Mark hands back to Torrey Swanson. The Bulldogs spreading the floor, looking for a backdoor opportunity. Wires goes to Hendrickson, who spins around Smith and misses the easy layup. But Hendrickson, nevertheless, will go to the line to shoot 2. Boy, is that a scary mismatch with the Sehome coach. Hendrickson in the low blocks with a 6'4 sophomore guarding him on his backside.
Yeah, and as soon as they got the ball to Chad Wires, he looked right inside for Mark Hendrickson right away. Hendrickson got himself open, and then Hendrickson just moved right around him. Mount Vernon's playing real tough basketball, and they've got Sehome in some trouble right now. They could very easily put them away right here before the halftime.
39-22 Mount Vernon as Hendrickson steps to the stripe. Mark eyes the rim and misses it as his shot hit the back bracket and fell away.
Mount Vernon keeps changing the full court pressure too. Sometimes it's a man-to-man pressure, and sometimes it's a zone, and I think that's confusing Sehome a little.
Mount Vernon looking for their 15th victory of the season. Hendrickson's second shot way short, and they're going to say one of the Mariners was in there too soon, and Hendrickson will have a chance to make at least one free throw with this next opportunity. Elsewhere in the Northwest League tonight, Burlington Edison at Stanwood, Cedar Woolley at Bellingham, Arlington at Anacortes. In Northwest boys basketball, Concrete is at LaConner. Hendrickson to shoot 1, and I'd like to remind you, next Friday, Al and I and Guy Ovanel will be at Cedar Woolley High School, bring you the Cubs and Stanwood Spartans game. It's been a while since we've seen the Cubs. Be interesting to see how much they've improved. Hendrickson's third attempt, he got it. So Mark Hendrickson knocks in the free throw. Mount Vernon up by 18, 40-22. Salo sprints, takes it all the way. His shot no good, but he draws a foul, and Salo's aggressiveness earns him a trip to the free throw line for 2 free throws.
Hey, Mount Vernon for a while took away Salo and took away his aggressiveness by double teaming him and making him give the ball to somebody else. And in that opportunity right there, he kept the ball, got by him, and created some problems for Mount Vernon. If he can continue to do that, he might be able to pull him back into the game.
Well, it seems to me like Salo, because he's been around, he played a lot the last couple of years, he should try and own the basketball a bit more and not dish off so readily. I think he's tall enough. He can be effective taking it to the basket.
Yeah, I think part of the problem, though, has been that Mount Vernon has gone zone and man-to-man. That last time they were man-to-man, and he beat his man. When they go zone, it's tough for him to hang on to the ball because they're double-teaming him.
Checking in for the Bulldogs, Steve Bertelsen, a 6'1 senior. Steve is an outstanding player in his own right, but with this Mount Vernon team, as deep as it is, Steve doesn't get nearly the playing opportunities he did last year, as now the Mariners try and deny Hendrickson the basketball with 20 seconds left in the first half. Keltz goes on the right wing to Steve Bertelsen. Mount Vernon will hold it for the last shot. Hendrickson holding out near midcourt goes to Donnie Keltz with 10 seconds. 9. Troy Holmes has it one-on-one. Backing his way in, drives strong to the hoop and lays it off glass and in. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. A baseball toss is off the bracket by LeBrie, no good. And halftime, our score, Mount Vernon 42, Sehome 24, and we'll go to Guy Ovanel, who's standing by. Take it away, Guy.
Thank you, Mike Lane, and with me right now is Mac Frazier. Mac, you have to be pleased with your team's performance here in the first half, up 40-24.
Well, I was happy with the second quarter. I thought Donnie Keltz and Torrey Swanson went in there and really changed some things up on the defense, and we're happy to be ahead, but we have a lot of things off this half that we need to work on.
All right, thanks, Mac. Once again, 42-20.
Come on. It's going to get real ugly.
We're tossing back up to you, Mike.
Thank you, Guy. And like Pat mentioned, Alan, one of the things that really hurt is Ryan Keys, Donnie Keltz, and other Bulldogs successfully knifed through that Sehome defense and really didn't have to work too hard to get very easy shots.
Well, I think we mentioned that earlier in the half. Sehome is playing real tough, tight, aggressive defense, and Mount Vernon is taking advantage of that by moving the ball quickly to the opposite side, and Sehome is not sagging off and helping out, and those players from the opposite side get the ball. They're just heading right to the hoop, and there's nobody there once they get by their man.
So Mount Vernon on top, 42-24, as we get ready to start quarter number 3. You're listening to Bulldog Basketball, live in your sports leader in Skagit Valley in Northwest Washington, 1430 KBRC. Al and I and Guy will be in Cedar Woolley next week for the Spartans and Cubs, but right now, the Mariners and Bulldogs get it on here in quarter 3. Phil Friedman into forecourt. Goes high post to Reber as Spink posts up down low. Salo puts it up under tough defense. His shot partially blocked. Coming down with it is Holmes. Outlet to Garcia. David sprint dribble into forecourt. Takes it all the way. Running one-hander. Bounces, doesn't go. And a rebound foul called on Troy Holmes.
Well, right away, Mount Vernon put the tough pressure defense on him underneath. Wouldn't let him get the shot off. But Sehome responded real well. Got the ball out and down the floor. It's going to be interesting to see how Sehome does here early in the second half.
And these first 4 or 5 minutes will be game breakers for the Mariners. Salo, long up court pass to Werner, spots up, open 16-footer is short. Battle for the rebound, battered around. Hendrickson wins the battle. And he brings it up the floor, hands off to David Garcia. Garcia in front court between the circles, working against Friedman, directing traffic. Goes to Ryan Keys right side, Holmes posts up. Keys spins to the hoop, drives, lays it off glass and in. So Ryan Keys beat his man, took it all the way for 2. 44-24 Mount Vernon, equaling their biggest lead. Sehome back the other way, three-pointer, Reber, no good. Battle for the carom, touched last by a Mariner as Garcia travels. Werner tried to save it, threw it back right into Garcia's hands, but David, a little overeager, shuffled his feet in back court. Sehome basketball.
Well, I think the Sehome coach was maybe a little bit early in his saying that they had to go with the three-pointers. They can get back in this ball game with 2-point shots.
Dickinson checks in for the Mariners. Hands off to Friedman, working against Garcia. Double team. They go to Reber right side. Back to Salo. Spots up. Three-pointer. Bounces. Doesn't go. Battle for the rebound. Dickinson touches it last and carries it out of bounds. Bulldog ball. 6:47 to go, quarter 3. Mike Lane, Alan Williams, Guy Obenell, pleased you're joining us on your Sports Leader 1430 KBRC in Mount Vernon. Keys right wing. Cross-court pass, batted away. Good Sehome defense as Ryan forced it a little bit, trying to rifle a cross-court pass to Bill Cornelius, who was cutting in from the backside. Bulldog basketball. Troy Holmes will inbound. Hendrickson, a low post screen. They go to Keys. Spots up. He'll drive baseline. Returns it to Bill Cornelius, who has 6 points tonight. Hendrickson between the circles. Keys wide open. Three-pointer. No good. Battle for the carom. Smallest player on the court. David Garcia retrieves and backs it out. Goes to Holmes, left wing. Looking in for Hendrickson. Cross-court Keys. Another three-pointer. Swirls out. No good. The rebound, a nice one by Matt Dickinson. Long up-court pass. Stolen away by Hendrickson. Hendrickson. Bounce pass to Garcia, who wheels into forecourt. David pulls it out beyond the three-point arc. Directing traffic. Goes to Keys right wing. The cutter is Cornelius. Keys still with the basketball. Goes to Bill high post. Bill head and shoulder fake against Salo. Hendrickson high post working against Spink. Holmes posted up, low blocks, the lob to Holmes. Short shot is good. Nice feed from Hendrickson as Holmes beat his man and has 6. Mount Vernon up by 22, their biggest lead of the ball game. Dickinson nearly has it stolen. Spink, three-pointer, air ball. Reber the save and bounces it off Garcia. Mariner basketball.
Now they're giving Spinks a little bit of trouble now. The Mount Vernon fans are. They're hollering air ball, but he's had a tough night. He's not really been shooting very well.
Sehome basketball. Friedman will inbound. 5:33 to go, third quarter. Mount Vernon 46, Sehome 24. Spink gets it in the low block. Little turnaround 12-footer is good. Thompson now has 6 points in the ball game. 46-26 Mount Vernon. David Garcia into forecourt, goes to Ryan Keys. Just one of those nights for Ryan. The ball slips through his fingertips, bounces off his head and out of bounds. Mariner basketball, 5:20 to go, quarter 3. Mount Vernon leading 46-26. Friedman sprint dribble into forecourt, takes it all the way. Lobs it in, stolen away by Hendrickson, up court to Keys. Keys pulls up, makes a nice move to the hoop, and a blocking foul called on one of the Mariners as Cornelius collides with Salo in a scramble for the rebound. A blocking foul called on the Mariners, and the Bulldogs will inbound the basketball.
Yeah, Mount Vernon's playing real tough defense inside now. Mark Hendrickson did a good job that time. He was playing on the side of Spinks when they tried to bring the ball in. He just came around and took it away from him, then made a great pass down the floor to Ryan Keys.
Troy Holmes will inbound. Mount Vernon up by 20 points. Holmes looking, finally gets it into Cornelius, back to Holmes. Holmes shoots it over Spink, bounces, doesn't go. Battle for the carom, Friedman. Up the floor to Werner. Werner drives, runs over Garcia. Offense is called. A good call. Looked like Garcia had good defensive position on the baseline as Werner put his head down and rammed his way in there, but the charge is called.
Yeah, Dave did a real good job of just dropping down, taking away the baseline and holding his ground, and Werner didn't back off on him at all.
Bulldog ball. They lead it by 20, 46-26. 4 minutes, 45 seconds to go, third quarter. Mount Vernon, bounce pass to Hendrickson, high post, wheels past Spink, little short jumper, no good. Hendrickson the follow, and he commits an over-the-back foul on the rebound. So Mark, frustrated that he missed the little gimme jumper from 6, climbed on the back of one of the Mariners. Mark's second foul of the ball game.
Yeah, when he went up for that when he pulled up for that short jumper, he didn't really follow through on it, so it came up short.
Salo with the ball in backcourt. He'll lock it up. Sehome trying to make some inroads into a 20-point deficit. Salo, nice feed to Spink. Little jump hook from 6 is good. Beautiful feed to Thompson Spink, and Thompson now has 8 points. Mount Vernon up 46-28 as Keys with the basketball goes out to Garcia. Tight man-to-man by Sehome. Garcia between the circles. No place to go. Excellent defense by Friedman. Cornelius left wing beyond the three-point arc. Keys baseline drive, blocking foul on Werner. So Mount Vernon reversing the ball nicely, and Keys made a good strong move to the baseline, and Werner had no choice but to foul or give him the baseline.
Yeah, and right now Sehome is doing some real smart things on offense too. They realize that Mount Vernon is sagging and helping out, so when they see that guy driving, they know the help is coming. They're dishing it off to Spinks, and he's putting the ball in now from short range.
David Garcia gets a good home court bounce. His 15-foot jumper bounces off the back bracket, comes straight down through the net. Sehome with the basketball. They trail 48-28. The ball on the right wing by Reber. Down low, beautiful feed from Spink, who returns it to Salo, and Salo lays it off glass and in. 48-30, Mount Vernon. Garcia sprints into forecourt, returns to Holmes, high post. Holmes power move, puts it up over Reber, is good. Troy Holmes one-on-one, powered to the basket, laid it off glass and in. Holmes with 4 points in the third quarter. Bulldogs up 50-30. Friedman near the midcourt line. Pass on the right wing to Reber. Back to Friedman between the circles. Pull up 17-footer. Swirls out, no good. Holmes a rebound. Up court pass to Garcia. Glides into front court. Takes it all the way. Gives it to Hendrickson. A little gimme is good. Mark Hendrickson on a beautiful feed from David Garcia gives Mount Vernon its biggest lead of the ball game of 22. 52-30. Reber hounded by Garcia. Bounce pass to Spink. 20-footer short. Rebound to Hendrickson. Hendrickson holds the ball in backcourt, up court to David Garcia. Glides into the front court. Now backs the basketball out. 2.5 minutes to go here in quarter three. Keys right wing, wheels into the paint. Nice move. The shot bounces off the bracket, no good. Thompson Spink dribble drive. Nice feed to Salo, glides to the hoop. Return pass to Spink, and a nifty finish to the 2-on-1 break. 52-32 Mount Vernon. Hendrickson back the other way, spots up against Spink, left wing. Mark still with the basketball, lob pass down low to Cornelius, reverse layup, he got it! Oh my, what a shot! Bill Cornelius caught the ball off balance, threw it up over his head, and it came right down through the net. Good, oh boy, what a reverse lay-in by Cornelius.
Well, I'll tell you, Cornelius actually saved Mount Vernon because that pass was intended for Troy Holmes. It was over his head. Cornelius saw it was going to be over his head. He just knifed in, grabbed the ball off balance, and like you say, threw it up in the direction of the basket, and it went in.
Well, when things are going well, everything goes well, including that amazing shot by Cornelius. Timeout on the floor, 2:25 to go, third quarter. Our score, Mount Vernon 54, Sehome 32. We'll pause for this. Welcome back to Mount Vernon High School. Mike Lane, Alan Williams, and Guy Ovanell, pleased to be with you tonight, friends. Not only did Bill Cornelius make a circus shot on the reverse lay-in, he was also fouled, so Bill can make this an unbelievable three-point play. His shot on the way and drops. Bill Cornelius converts the three-point play. Mount Vernon, their biggest lead of the night. 23 points, 55-32. Matt Dickinson sprints into forecourt. Werner, a shot from the corner is no good. Hendrickson skies for the rebound. Spink tries to script it out of his hands and can't. The pass to Garcia. David knifes through the Mariner defense. His shot rolls off, no good. Spink the rebound. Long up-court pass to Salo. He glides to the hoop. Cornelius stops him, but Salo knocks in the 14-footer from the left side. Salo playing very well for the Mariners tonight. Sehome trails 55-34. Donnie Keltz in for Mount Vernon. Sets up at the high post. Wires has it. Left wing. David Garcia backs it up near the midcourt line. Dickinson steps out on him. Go left wing to Wires. Wires wide open. Won't take the three-pointer. Looking for Cornelius left baseline. Pass into Donnie Keltz high post. Back to Wires. They go to Garcia. Mark Hendrickson set up on the low block. Garcia dribbling left to right beyond the three-point arc. Looking for Hendrickson. Goes to Mark, low blocks. Spin move, his shot blocked by Spink, but Thompson got part of the arm, and Mark will go to the stripe to shoot two.
Well, real good move by Mark Hendrickson. He knew he had Spinks on his backside there. He gave him a little fake to the inside and then went to the baseline, and Spinks was just kind of caught out of position.
That's Thompson's fourth foul, and Thompson Spink goes to the bench. Thompson's father, Tom Spink, who we visited with before the ball game, was an outstanding Bulldog basketball player back in 62, 63, and 64. And he went on, played briefly at Seattle University as Mark Hendrickson knocks in the free throw.
Yeah, I remember I was a freshman when Tom Spinks was playing ball. He was the kind of guy, boy, I tell you what, he could fly around the court and he could sky.
Tom's oldest son, Scott, is a fine basketball player over at Gonzaga University, as the Bulldogs, another outstanding Bulldog team over in Spokane, Gonzaga 14-5, doing well. Second shot by Hendrickson rims off, and Josh Smith, who checked in for Thompson Spink, gets the rebound. Dickinson in front court, goes to Reber. High post to Salo. Werner, nice feed to Reber. He puts it up over Hendrickson and in. Derek Reber with his second basket of the night. 56-36. 20-point Mount Vernon lead inside a minute to go, third quarter. Hendrickson down in the low blocks. He gets the ball. Smith to Keltz, who takes 3 steps, misses the short jumper. Trent Keys with the rebound. His return shot is off the mark. Donnie Keltz with a rebound, a whistle, and a foul, I believe, on one of the Mariners.
Yeah, I think Trent Keys was a little bit surprised that he got the ball, got the rebound, and tried to go back up with it. Kind of lost control of it on the way up.
Checking in for Sehome, 5'11 guard Taylor Hatcher, a 5'11 sophomore, replaces Mike Salo. Donnie Keltz to inbound, goes to Mark Hendrickson, spots up beyond the three-point arc as Trent Keys posts up in the low blocks. Torrey Swanson directing traffic with 30 seconds to go here in quarter 3. Chad Wires, right wing, goes to Keltz, looking for Hendrickson, back to Wires, reverses to Swanson, cross court to Trent Keys, goes to Donnie Keltz in the left corner with 20 seconds to go. Torrey Swanson looking cross court to Chad Wires as the Bulldogs may hold it for the last shot. The ball in the right corner, Donnie Keltz to Chad Wires, Trent Keys, low blocks, shot partially blocked, comes loose, and on the return, the Mariners fast break the other way, and Matt Werner gets the basket. Nice 2-on-1 break as Mount Vernon with 3 seconds. Wires three-pointer at the buzzer is an air ball. We've completed 3 quarters here at Mount Vernon. Our score, Mount Vernon 56, Sehome 38. We'll pause for this timeout. Leading at 56-38. Inbound in the basketball for Mount Vernon is Troy Holmes. And lots of substitutes in for both teams. Troy inbound to Ryan Keys, who brings it up across the midcourt line. Ryan goes on the right side to Bill Cornelius. To Troy Holmes, who's orchestrating things, is Mark Hendrickson. Posts up in the low blocks looking for the basketball. He's got 5 inches on the Mariner guarding him. Ryan Keys, nice down the key. Running one-hander, partially blocked. Hendrickson there, and his follow shot is up and in, and he's fouled on the play.
Mark Hendrickson is just a very tough ball player. You know, he's around the basketball all the time. It seems like whenever there's a loose ball or whenever there's a rebound to be had, he's right there in the general area, and he comes up with a lot of those, and that's where he gets a lot of his points, just like right here.
So Mark Hendrickson with a rebound basket. Mount Vernon leading at 58-38. 7:41 to go in quarter 4. Mark's three-point attempt is good. Hendrickson converts the three-point play, and Mount Vernon leads it 59-38. Sehome in front court. Derek Reiber with the basketball to Dickinson to Werner. The Mariners working the ball around the perimeter. Dickinson has it to Reiber. Nice cut to Dickinson. Doesn't take the shot in the low blocks. Three-pointer, no good. Reiber, the rebound. His shot rolls short. Hendrickson, the rebound. He's double-teamed. Cornelius comes out with it to Troy Holmes. Leads the Bulldog fast break. His pass goes right through the fingers of Ryan Keys, Mariner basketball. The Mariners quickly up the floor, and an errant pass by Taylor Hatcher gives the basketball back to Mount Vernon with 7:04 to go here in the ball game. And the Mariners send in their starting unit. Checking in for Sehome, Thompson Spink, Mike Salo, Phil Friedman. The Mariners entered tonight's fray 10-5 and 7-4 in Northwest League play. In fourth place, Ryan Keys across the midcourt line with Mark Hendrickson at the high post. Mark gets it, faces up to the basket, now backs it up beyond the three-point arc. Cornelius with the ball right wing. To Ryan Keys, gets a screen. He'll drive beyond the screen, runs into the back of Hendrickson and loses the basketball. Salo sprints the other way. Nice dish down low. Reiber misses the easy shot. Touched last by the Bulldogs with 6:40 to go in the ball game. Josh Smith, a big sophomore, 6'4", right around 200 pounds, checks in for the Mariners. Phil Friedman will inbounds for Sehome. Gets it into Matt Werner. Little 12-footer swirls out, no good. Hendrickson with a rebound. Double team. Mark sprints out of backcourt, leading the Bulldog fast break. Dish to Holmes. His shot no good. Holmes the follow. It drops in good. Troy Holmes, a nice offensive carom, drops it in. 61-38 with 6:15 to go in the ball game. Mount Vernon in total command here as they're en route to their 15th straight win and 19th straight over the past 2 seasons. Matt Werner, high post, goes to Thompson Spink. Spink moves on Hendrickson, and a grab foul called on Hendrickson.
Well, nice move by Spinks right there. You know, I think the Sehome coach decided, hey, if we're ever going to make a run at him, we got to do it right now. And he put his starters back in. And I imagine that they're going to try and get it into Spinks because he's the key man for them.
Phil Friedman will inbound, goes to Werner, takes a couple of shuffle steps, makes a nice baseline drive, and lays it in. So Matt Werner's had a pretty good ball game. Werner with the basket. 61-40 Mount Vernon. Bulldogs in front court. Keys to Holmes. Holmes driving the right side, little body by the Mariner defender, no call. Werner with a rebound, sprints it out of backcourt. Up the floor to Salo, strong move to the baseline, reverse lay-in is good. Mike Salo with a beautiful move in the reverse lay-in. 61-42, Mount Vernon. Timeout on the floor, 5:34 to go in the ball game. Our score, Mount Vernon 61, Sehome 42. We'll pause for this timeout. The concern was that Mount Vernon blew the game open and then relaxed, just took it easy the last part of the ball game, and Mack was not happy about that. So Donnie Keltz will inbound, goes to Mark Hendrickson as the Mariners playing very aggressive man-to-man defense all over the floor. Hendrickson moving on Thompson Spink as Donnie Keltz sets up in the low blocks. The Bulldogs working the ball patiently around the perimeter of the Sehome defense. David Garcia looking for the backdoor cutter, goes to Ryan Keys, left wing. Keys back to Bill Cornelius, the starting 5 for both teams. In there as we move to the 5-minute mark to go in the ball game. Bulldogs leading at 61-42. Ryan Keys between the circles, lobs to Hendrickson in the low blocks. Mark, a power move, turnaround jump off the mark, no good. The rebound by Phil Friedman. Sprints out of backcourt, up the floor to Salo. Salo returns it to Friedman, right wing. Back to Josh Smith. Smith's pass to Werner, and a push-off foul called on Ryan Keys. Mount Vernon on top by 19, 61-42. 4:48 to go in the ball game. You're listening to Bulldog Basketball on 1430 KBRC in Mount Vernon. Your sports leader in Skagit Valley and Northwest Washington. Mike Lane, Alan Williams, and Guy Ovanell with you tonight, friends. Werner with the ball on the right side, has the ball nearly stripped away by Garcia. Goes to Thompson Spink. Beautiful move. Runs over a Bulldog. No foul. Misses the shot. Cornelius outlet to Ryan Keys. Up the floor to Hendrickson for the reverse layup.
Well, Spinks got hammered that time and didn't get a call on it. You know, I can't feel sorry for the guy. He should have been shooting foul shots.
Friedman misses the 3. His follow is also off the mark. Thompson Spink has the rebound. Glance off his fingertips out of bounds. And Mount Vernon with a comfortable 21-point cushion, 63-42. 4:17 to go in the ball game. Inbounding the basketball for Mount Vernon is Donnie Keltz. Keltz to Torrey Swanson, and Torrey brings it across the timeline. Couple of sophomores in there for Mount Vernon, along with one junior and a couple of seniors. Ryan Keys from the baseline, hits a little turnaround pop. Ryan Keys puts Mount Vernon up by 23 points. Thompson Spink pulls up, looks at the 3, doesn't take it. Cross-court pass to Mike Salo, and a foul called on Donnie Keltz. Good attempt by Keltz, got there just a tick too late.
Yeah, a little bit too long of a pass, though, for Spinks to be making. You don't make that cross-court pass when teams are playing as good a defense as Mount Vernon and get away with it very often.
Couple of substitutes check in for Sehome. Matt Dickinson as well as Taylor Hatcher, a couple of sophomore guards. Spink on the baseline and a reach-in grab foul as the Bulldogs triple-teamed him in the low blocks.
Well, Spinks is doing exactly what he should do if they want to get themselves into any opportunity to win this game. He's getting the ball and he's going at the hoop. He's either going to get 2 or he's going to get fouled.
The 16 foul on Mount Vernon, but not ruled a shooting foul. And Sehome will inbound the basketball. Taylor Hatcher will do the duties. The 5'11 sophomore, Mark Hendrickson, swats the pass away, and Hatcher will try and do it again. Next week, Alan, I, and Guy will be over at Cedar Valley High School as the Cubs, who started tonight up in Bellingham against the Red Raiders in second place, take on the Stanwood Spartans. Spink, a strong move to the hoop, working against Hendrickson. A body foul called on Mark, and Spink will go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, But once again, that's a case of where the officials have been letting a lot of pushing and shoving go by, and then they get kind of picky all of a sudden. You know, I mean, if they're going to let that bumping and grinding go on, I think they should let it go.
So Thompson Spank with a strong move to the basket, bumped by Mark Hendrickson, goes to the stripe to shoot two. Thompson eyes the hoop. His free throw off the back iron, no good. So Spank will try and get one of two as Steve Bertelsen returns. He'll check in for Ryan Keys. Now Thompson Spank will set up for his second free throw. 3:46 remain in this contest. His second shot popcorns out, no good. Smith the rebound. Keltz with the steal. Keltz sprint dribble out of backcourt. Cross court to Bill Cornelius. Bounce pass to Mark Hendrickson, who brings it out on the left wing. Torrey Swanson moving against Dickinson, goes on the right side to Steve Bertelsen. And kind of a tacky foul called on Taylor Hatcher on the right wing. Looked like he just touched him in the chest as Bertelsen not going anywhere. And that foul will send Bertelsen to the stripe to shoot 1-1.
Yeah, Sehome's really trying to apply the pressure, trying to get some turnovers, trying to create things. So far, they're still just not hitting the hoop like they should.
Bertelsen's first free throw is good. Steve in the scoring column tonight will try and pick up his second point of the evening. The 6'1 senior knocks in the second free throw. Bertelsen with 2 points as the Mariners bring the ball up the floor. Long shot from the right side by Thompson Spank, who gets his first three-pointer of the ball game. 67-45 Mount Vernon. Torrey Swanson, a drive to the hoop. Hendrickson there for the follow and drops it off glass and in. Mark Hendrickson with the two-pointer has 7 in the fourth quarter. Over 20 points for the night. Dickinson to Smith working on Hendrickson. Little jump shot down low is good. Nice move by Josh Smith. 6'4 sophomore is going to be a big man in Mariner plans in the future. A Bulldog turnover. Taylor Hatcher with the steal up the floor to Dickinson. Dickinson spots up, lobs up the three, no good. Battle for the rebound. Donnie Keltz comes down with it. Pass to Torrey Swanson, and the 6' sophomore guard walks it across the midcourt line. 2.5 minutes to go in the ball game as Bertelsen has the ball on the right wing, slips and falls and travels under pressure from Taylor Hatcher. Checking in for the Bulldogs is Trent Keys, who will replace Bill Cornelius.
Right now, you know, Mount Vernon's going to try and keep their composure because the game's starting to get a little bit gym-ready here. Sehome's going to be firing up anytime they get the ball. We'll kind of see how Mount Vernon holds their composure here.
So Sehome with the ball in front court. Taylor Hatcher goes to Matt Dickinson to Salo left wing beyond the three-point arc. They work the ball around the perimeter. Pass down low to Salo. He's there for the easy one. Mike Salo picks up another 2. He's got 4 here in the final quarter as the Mariners cut it to 20. They trail 69-49. 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Hendrickson with the ball left wing, and a blocking foul called on Josh Smith. Well, that's about the biggest mismatches we're going to see all season. Smith, a fine-looking 6'4 sophomore, out there against a Pac-10 player to be Mark Hendrickson, who's already signed a letter of intent for Washington State. Hendrickson with a strong move to the basket and a blocking foul called on Josh Smith.
Yeah, Smith just doesn't have the quickness right now to stay with Hendrickson, and Mark knows that, so he's going right at him when he gets the ball.
Hendrickson at the stripe. Mark's free throw is good. Mark Hendrickson drops in the free throw. Big night for Hendrickson, who had 15 points in the first half, and by my unofficial count, has 11 here in the second half, looking for his 27th point of the ball game, and he gets it.
And right now, Mark Hendrickson is coming out. I think he well deserves a rest. No point in taking any chance on something happening to him right here, right now.
Mount Vernon up by 22 points as Hendrickson takes a seat on the bench after a very productive night on the glass defensively and scoring-wise with 27. Sehome has the ball stolen away by Chad Wires, who got a hand on it but couldn't get the steal, and Sehome will inbound with 1:55 left in the ball game. Matt Dickinson to inbound. Gets it into Taylor Hatcher. The 5'11 sophomore works it across the timeline, being guarded by Torrey Swanson. Goes on the left side to another Mariner reserve. A.J. Labrie has it. Shot in the middle of the key is good. Making the hoop for the Mariners, Mark Dickinson got the jumper. And the Mariners trail by 20. Shot from the perimeter by the Bulldogs, no good. Smith the rebound, reserves in for both teams. Fast break attempt and a foul from behind on Chad Wires. Got a little bit too much of Matt Dickinson. With just a minute 27 to go in the ball game, Mount Vernon has locked up their 15th straight victory. We'll take a look next Friday night at the Cedar Lily Cubs as they host the Stanwood Spartans. And, of course, be sure and stay tuned to KBRC's fifth quarter immediately following the ball game, as well as the final sports wrap. And I'll be back at the KBRC studios to bring that your way at about 11:08 this evening. At the stripe, Matt Dickinson to shoot two. Mount Vernon up 71-51. Dickinson's free throw is good.
I'm sure that Mac Frazier, wants to get his reserves some time out here, but I'm also sure that he wants them playing good ball and not giving Sehome an advantage of maybe getting a little run here late in the game.
Dickinson's second free throw is off the mark. Trent Keys with a rebound. Hands off to Torrey Swanson as we come down to a minute 15. Chad Wires have it. A strong move to the hoop, but a foul on the outside called on one of the Mariners. And Chad will go to the line to shoot the bonus 1-1. Wires has 2 points in the ball game. Will try and pick up 3 and 4. His only points, a basket in the second quarter. 71-52 Mount Vernon. After tonight, the Bulldogs 15-0, and Sehome will be 10-6 and 7-5 in league play. Wires sights in, and his shot bounces off. The rebound by Labrie. Labrie outlet to Taylor Hatcher. Upcourt bounce pass to Matt Dickinson. Goes to Hatcher. Strong move to the hoop. And Wires knocks the pass intended for Mark Dickinson out of bounds.
Good job by Wires on defense there, sagging off a little bit. Almost stepped in and picked that one off.
Inbounding the basketball, Matt Dickinson. A lob to Taylor Hatcher. Torrey Swanson on him. Matt Dickinson, left wing beyond the three-point arc. Beats Bertelson. Dishes off to Labrie. Little short jump shot. Bounces off, no good. Trent Keys loses the rebound. Labrie to follow. And Labrie lays it off glass and in. A.J. Labrie with his first two of the night. 71-54 Mount Vernon. Wires right wing. 45 seconds to go in the ball game. Wires looking low for Keys or Kelts. Goes to Swanson. Wires posting up in the low blocks. Trent Keys has it at the free throw line. Pops up the 17-footer off the back bracket, no good. The rebound by the Mariners. Up the court. Mark Dickinson leads the fast break, throws it to his brother Matt, who knocks in the short jump shot. So the Mariners, with the game in the loss column for them, making a bit of a run. Mount Vernon comes back the other way. A whistle and a foul as Torrey Swanson hammered on a drive to the basket. 71-56 Mount Vernon. 17 seconds left to go in the ball game.
Well, I think Mount Vernon has pretty much shown their dominance of the league. Now, Sehome has a very good basketball team. I'm not taking anything away from them. Mount Vernon just has too much depth for them. When Sehome tries to take away some of the key players from Mount Vernon, the other ones step up and get the job done, and that's what happened tonight.
Torrey Swanson's free throw swirls out, no good. Torrey will try and get the second one. Mount Vernon 71-56, notching their 15th victory of the season and 19th straight over 2 years. Swanson misses the next one. Kelts with the offensive rebound, and an attempted reverse lay-in is no good. The Mariners with the basketball with 10 seconds left. Wires steals the basketball to Swanson, up the floor to Kelts, 4-3. He backs up, drives the baseline, is knocked off his feet as the buzzer sounds. There is no foul, and it is over. The Mount Vernon Bulldogs win their 15th straight game as they knock off the Sehome Mariners 71-56. And we'll go to Guy Ovenel as soon as Mac Frazier finishes congratulating his players. The Mount Vernon Bulldogs now 15-0. The Mariners are 10-6. And of course, I'll bring you all the scores live after tonight's game. And Guy, take it away.
Thank you, Mike. Mac, first of all, congratulations on the big win tonight.
Well, thank you very much. It was a good win. I thought just about every kid got in there and played pretty hard. It was pretty ragged at times, but I was happy with the outcome.
In the second quarter, the Mount Vernon Bulldogs basically opened the game up. I thought it was a very strong quarter. Do you feel that the Bulldogs reached that intensity anywhere in the second half?
Well, I don't know. Maybe individually, but maybe not as a team, and that's something we're working on, is trying to do a better job of intensity all the time. We had that problem with Sia. We were home last time, too, but hopefully we'll do a better job of that.
Once again, our final score, Mike, 71-56, the Mount Vernon Bulldogs. Now let's pause for this timeout.
It's Buzz Junquist January clearance sale going on now. That means store-wide savings for you. Just in time for the armchair quarterback Lazy Boy recliners from $299. Closeout sofas from $399. Cocktail and end tables from $69.95. Buzz Junquist Furniture in downtown Cedar Woolley has Sealy Firm mattress at clearance savings as well. Twins starting at